Alright, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tackling what is, honestly, one of the most notoriously confusing mysteries in the English language. Present perfect versus past simple. I mean, if you've ever stopped mid-sentence, kind of second-guessing which tense you're actually supposed to use, you are definitely not alone. So, let's crack this case together. Let's jump right into the paradox here. Think about these two statements. I have visited Paris, and I visited Paris in 2022. The craziest part about this? They're both 100% correct, but they communicate two completely different things. Figuring out exactly why that is, well, that's the key to this whole thing. So let's start with our first suspect, the past simple and finished time. Okay, so we use the past simple for action that happened in the past at a very specific, totally finished time. It's kind of like a rigid calendar appointment, right? It is firmly anchored to a precise moment that is entirely over. It belongs completely to history with absolutely zero overlap into the present. So, like any good detective, you're going to want to look for clues. Time expressions, things like in 2022, yesterday, or last night, those are your smoking guns. They're explicitly telling you that the action is a closed book, and that means the past simple is absolutely required. Alright, let's shift gears to the present perfect life experience. We use the present perfect when the exact time is, well, irrelevant, or when we're specifically talking about a life experience. Think of it exactly like a stamp in your passport. It's undeniable proof that you had an experience, that the exact date it actually happened, that simply doesn't matter. The focus is entirely on the fact that you possess that experience right now. Just listen to these for a second. I have visited Paris, or she has finished her project. Notice what's missing there? There is absolutely no specific time mentioned. The focus isn't on when it went down, it's just on the fact that it has happened. The result is what we actually care about. Okay, let's do a quick side-by-side comparison to really lock this in. Here's your cheat code. The past simple is all about the question when. It demands a specific finished time. The present perfect, on the other hand, is all about the experience or the result. Absolutely no time attached. Let's test this out with a scenario you probably deal with every single day. Did you eat breakfast this morning? Versus, have you eaten breakfast? So which one is correct? Well, it entirely depends on the context. Think about it like this. If it's 2 p.m., the morning is officially over, right? That's a finished time. So you'd ask, did you eat breakfast this morning? But if you're just asking about someone's current level of hunger and you honestly don't care when they last ate, you just ask, have you eaten breakfast? Now, we have to talk about the most common mistake. You really have to watch out for this major grammar clash. I have visited Paris in 2022. This is a massive red flag. Why? Because you're taking a finished specific time, in 2022, and mixing it with the present perfect tense. Those two things literally reject each other. They just don't mix. But fixing it is actually incredibly easy. You just drop the word have. By getting rid of it, you successfully match up your specific finished year, 2022, with the correct tense, which is the past simple. I visited Paris in 2022. Boom. Now it's grammatically perfect. Which brings us to the golden rule. It really boils down to this. If you want to use a specific finished time, you log in the past simple. If there's no time mentioned at all, and you just want to highlight a life experience that matters right now, go with the present perfect. It truly is that straightforward. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Think about one major life experience you have had, and exactly when it happened. Can you phrase it correctly in your head right now using both rules? Because mastering this tiny nuance, it doesn't just fix your grammar, it completely changes how effectively you share your own story with the world. So what story are you going to tell next?